We all want to be remarkable.
Your business demands it. Our communities crave it.
You know you're on the right trajectory when opportunities launch you into unexpected directions you never thought possible. Join me, Kate Volman,
and fellow marketing strategist Kyle Sexton every week as we explore ideas you're not considering.
Share stories from others like you who despise mediocrity, and discover how whatever you're building has the power to
change your business,
change your community,
change your trajectory. You know what's better than an exclamation point?
What?
Are you going to play with me on this, Kate? Or
no, I'm just waiting.
All right. Do you know what's better than an exclamation point?
What?
An anticipation point.
An anticipation point.
An anticipation point.
What does that look like?
I don't know what it looks like, but I know what happens. When I use an anticipation point, my posts go berserk. And I have people like out in public, at my brother's race, at Thanksgiving dinner, at events, when I'm out, people grab me and they go, "Hey, so I heard you're changing some things up. What's up? Have you made that big announcement yet?" And it's happened to me about a dozen times in the last week. And people don't know. What people don't know, Kate, is that we're about to announce that you started a podcast.
That I started a podcast?
Yeah.
You didn't start one?
Well, you started it. You started it by not shipping a podcast. So I had to get on you about that. And then I had to put my money where my mouth is. And I say, you know what? I kept looking at Kate Volman. I said, if somebody doesn't recognize her talent and help her get launched, like, the world is not as good a place as I thought it was. Because she's talented and she's got the it. She's got the it, and the world needs to see Kate Volman in her element. And then I looked in the mirror and I'm like, whoa, I see the talent. I see her talent, and I'm looking for the same thing. And it only takes, man, it's 2017. We've known each other for like 12 years. It only takes 12 years for us to figure some things out. I'm a slow study. Okay? I'm a slow study.
You know what I find so fascinating? Because I said this to you the other day. I never would have thought we would, if you would have told me when we first met that we were going to do something together, I wouldn't have believed you. And what did you say? What? Are you kidding? Like, I 100% thought that. And I think it's so fascinating to look at people and their journeys and their paths, and especially when they start to see how the dots connect and the things that they've done and all the experiences that they've had collectively over the years, and how it kind of brought them to where they are, and like partnerships or people that they've met like years ago, and nothing would have made sense then, and how it makes so much sense now. And I'm just everyone I meet now, I just was at this chamber lunch and I met this guy who's running a nonprofit to help foster kids, and he was talking to me about his journey, and he was in like wealth management, and he had a business, and he ran all these big corporations. He was a CEO.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You went to a chamber luncheon and you met somebody who was in wealth management? This is unheard of.
I know. Super shocking.
This never happens. Sorry, but go on.
And he's not in it anymore. But I think it's so cool that like that journey, that path that he took, it led him to where he is now, and all of those skills that he has is helping him with this true passion of his to run this nonprofit organization. He said, just like he said, of course, I never thought this is what I'd be doing with my life. Like, this was not the path I thought I would be on. And he just is over the moon with what he gets to do now. And all of his friends are like, What?
Did he leave wealth management?
Did he, oh, he left that whole like corporate world. He had a business after he's done a couple different things, but he was a CEO of a company. Started his own business. He was doing that for a while, and then this opportunity came about and he took it. So yeah, he doesn't have his business anymore and he's all in.
Wow. So did he get trajected?
He got trajected.
How did that? Wonder how that felt. I've always wondered how it would feel to get trajected. Trajected rhymes with connected, opposite of rejected. Kate, do you know what we're doing today on Trajectory?
What are we doing today?
Hashtag opt outside, REI's consumerist anti-consumption campaign. I think it's pretty cool about what REI's doing. I think it opens up a conversation about the role that small business can play in anti big box, which is funny because REI is kind of big box with a non-big box culture, right? I think that's interesting.
Yeah. And similar to,
Also today, I'm not done.
Oh,
Also today,
sorry. Keep
Life
going.
Kyles of the Business Famous. Yeah, Life Kyles of the Business Famous asks Kate, what did she do all week? And how many exclamation points did she use? And Isn't Business Kate explores why Kate is in love with /fitness, because we just got to get this out of the way. So, Isn't Business Kate is the positive spin on the world of business in Kate Volman's world in Florida, and I'm up here in Oregon. Together, it's Florigan. Kate, why? Will you please tell us why you're in love with /fitness and why you won't shut up about these guys?
I do love /fitness. And there's a lot of reasons why. First of all, the owners, I'm a huge fan of small business. I'm a huge fan of hearing people's stories. They have an incredible story. They started a gym in their garage years ago because they wanted to change the gym model. They wanted to change what they saw happening in fitness. And they got
Was it weird?
trajected.
They did?
They got trajected. And they have this incredible community of people. I feel like these local businesses like /fitness, they find their people. They find like their crew of people who believe in what they're doing. They have the same culture. They're this incredible group of people, and it's kind of like yesterday was Thanksgiving, right? So everyone in our little /fitness community is talking about, I'm so thankful for my family and friends and my fitness community and my fitness family. Like we feel like family, and that's why I love them so much. And I mean, obviously they are incredible trainers, and I get a ridiculous workout every day, and I'm a big fan of fitness and starting your day off with like getting everything like moving and going. It starts my day. But they have just built this truly incredible community of people who support each other, who want to see each other succeed in every area of life. And they continue to just make us all better. It's about getting better every day.
So I have a question. Tell me about their money back guarantee.
Their money back guarantee. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if they have a money back guarantee.
So here's my theory about organizations that don't have a money back guarantee. Have we talked about this before, Kate?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. So I recently heard that people don't, what does they say? They return transactions. They don't return relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like return as in I bought something and now I want to return it. And they have them, when you go to Best Buy, today's Black Friday, you go to Best Buy and you get something, you got to return. It doesn't fit, doesn't work, doesn't whatever. You return it. Those bastards charge you a restocking fee. Did you know that? And the shop small tomorrow. Uh, so, but people don't return relationships. Like
No.
people, when you have a community like Slash Fitness does, they don't have to have a money back guarantee. Like you've got to click, and there's so many social organizations or business communities, they run from the idea of having a click, but a click is just another word for culture, right? So hey, if you fit, come on in, come into our click, come into our culture. So I think it's really cool what you. I mean, it's clear to me. I think you probably post an exclamation point every single day related to Slash Fitness. No, it's not really an exclamation point, but Slash Fitness. I love that those guys got trajected. And I love
Yeah.
that they started out of the garage. Lots of great companies started out of the garage.
Yeah.
I've never started anything good in my garage. I have a bunch of half-started projects in there. Ain't no community in there, I tell you what. So
That's why small business is so it's so cool. Like you don't walk into another you don't walk into Best Buy and get to know the owners and hear their story and why they started that business. And you can't walk in and have them want to help pick something out for you or your family because they've gotten to know you too. Like there's just nothing like that experience of small business. And so I feel like every business owner has the opportunity to create that experience for someone, even if it's more of an online transaction. Like you can still build that community online. So that's what I
preach.
love about them.
I don't want to talk about Best Buy anymore, but
Okay, done.
I want to talk about REI. You know, they in 2015, REI created opt outside, hashtag opt outside. And in doing so, they announced that all the REI stores were going to be closed on Black Friday because, get this, they want their employees and their customers to go outside, to outside. Like that's cool,
Where are they going?
outside. And it fit with their campaign slogan, which was "Find Out," and which is all about discovery and being out of doors and being in nature. And it's, now somebody, I won't name any names, but slate.com says that REI should not get credit for their anti-consumerist campaign. So they shouldn't, or no, they said they shouldn't get anti-consumerist credit for opt outside. So here's the article from Slate, came out yesterday. It says it's a marketing campaign to get you to buy more outdoor gear later. Kate, why would REI do such a thing? It just boggles my mind. I think it just boggles my mind. Here's the story. While shoppers scramble for Black Friday bargains this year, outdoor retailer REI is closing its 154 U.S. stores. It's the third consecutive year that the Seattle-based company will ignore the frenzy that traditionally marks the start of the holiday shopping season. REI's nearly 12,000 employees will get a paid holiday and will not process any online orders. Instead, REI exhorts workers and customers to go get outside with family and friends. Hashtag opt outside, a Twitter hashtag that REI coined to promote its anti Black Friday, has been widely adopted by outdoor lovers as well as environmental groups. This article goes on to say that many observers have praised REI for mixing business savvy with crunchy acumen. I don't know what crunchy acumen is, but how did REI and other outdoor companies align themselves with conservation? How do they square selling expensive apparel and promoting carbon spewing tourism with their customers' love for the outdoors? How dare you want to go outdoors in your carbon spewing vehicles? And how radical is Green Friday, especially if the opt outsiders are carrying backpacks stuffed with the latest gear made from precious petroleum, rare metals, and pricey fibers? Kate, help me make sense of this. Help me make sense of this. What's
Oh
happening?
my gosh. Yeah, this was interesting. I feel like, they are creating their culture. They're creating that culture of the whole all right, so you have their opt outside, get outside, do stuff. Like obviously this is something that they didn't create the idea of going outside and doing something, but they buy into it and they want to help people with that. And actually, when I was reading this article, I thought of, Rick Alden. He was the founder and former CEO of Skull Candy. He won Entrepreneur of the Year award in like 2009. And I remember in his presentation, in his speech, when he accepted the award, he talked about how every single person that works at Skull Candy had to have an outdoor activity that they pursued. They had to like have some kind of passion that they did stuff outside, because that's where all the ideas come from. That's where your ideas, it's not behind your desk, and it's not when you're like banging your head against the wall trying to figure something out. It's when you're going outside, you're taking a walk, you're doing something adventurous. So this is like the thing. So why shouldn't a company take advantage of the thing that people are already talking about and doing, and they want to engage people to do that versus going into stores all day, boring, lame, like we have enough stuff, like go outside.
Yeah, Katie V, I don't think that anybody ever said at REI, I don't think anybody ever claimed that they were anti petroleum spewing, anti anything else. Like I think what's cool about this story is that it spotlights that they've got one singular focus, and they just want people to get outside. Like there's a peace to be found out there, and their mission is to help you enjoy it. I have to say, I'm an REI guy. I've been an REI guy for 20 years, back when it was still considered just a co-op, right? Like a lot of people don't even realize that REI is a co-op. It's owned by its members. It started out being owned by its employees, and so I think it's got this. There is a cool culture about REI, and I think the fact that somebody on Slate.com wants to come out and rip REI up one side and down another for its carbon spewing tourism promotion. Like, how dare you do that? Oh my gosh. I think that means they're making waves. I think that means they're making an impact.
Yeah, what is it? What's that saying? If you're you have to have haters, right? Like if you don't have people that don't like you, you're not doing something right. You're not creating something special and unique. So and think about it. So the people who believe in this, those are the people that are going to defend them. They have this community of people that will defend them when given the opportunity, versus like them having to come out and defend themselves because they have created that type of culture. They're just trying to do good.
Oh man, just trying to do good. How many trolls do you have this week? Because REI found one from REI. Do you have any trolls this week, Kate? Any trolls?
How many trolls?
Yeah, anybody trolling you? Anybody writing any articles about you this week? Anything disparaging or embarrassing or regrettable?
No, the only so I've been getting a little. I've been no, it's interesting because I've been getting caught up a little bit in. So I host a morning show in my local community, and my co-host is actually running for commission, and so I'm kind of getting a little bit of I'm getting to experience a little bit of what that's like to run for office, because people associate me obviously with him, and so there's definitely some haters that come out, and when we started doing the show, some haters that talk about the show. So that's just been kind of an interesting thing. In fact, I went into the office the other day, and Ryan said to me, "Do you are you sure you want to be associated with me? Because it's a long way till voting day."
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I'm going to be asking you the same thing at some point. You sure you want to be associated with? I'm not going to be running for office, I guarantee. I always assume I have people corner me at events and tell me, Kyle, will you please run for office? I always just assume that those people don't really like me. Like they're just
What?
yeah. Like these are the people who are going to be trolls under an assumed name. Like they just want me to run for office so that they can take me down. Right? That's the mob, right? That's what the mob does. When you get to
Wait,
the top of the heap, the mob's number one job is to tear you down. And that
so wait.
which reminds me, this episode of Trajectory, the podcast, is brought to you by uh, a future non-sponsor. We don't have any sponsors, but that's straight out of my
I was
talk. That's
waiting in
straight out of my talk.
anticipation to hear.
Yeah. No, it's brought to you by my 2018 keynote speech called "Why Loud is Losing," where I explain all about the mob. Customer's
Oh,
not
I thought
always
it was.
right. Customer's not always right, but they have 1,000 friends on an iPhone.
That's for sure. That is definitely for sure. So
Mob's
wait,
gonna take you down.
do you have people, so you, after you wrote your book, your first book, and obviously you've written more and you're very public about sharing different things, do you have haters? Like, do you have people that you hear from that openly talk about they don't
They
like you?
they've mostly moved on. I think they moved on to the Kardashians after me.
Oh yeah, it goes you, then the Kardashians.
Roughly, yeah. Um, I'm not following them the way they were following me. No, but I have my share of 1-star reviews. And I just, you just gotta push through it. You gotta remember that you didn't create this for the people who give you a 1-star review, and the 1-star review people have discovered you, and they weren't supposed to discover you. So I try to create everything that I do like a magnet. I want it to both attract the right people and repel the wrong people, and it's a learning process. And so, we attract the wrong people through pricing. We attract the wrong people through messaging. We attract the wrong people by giving the wrong people the microphone to give a testimonial, right? Because when you got a C customer, a customer, they make you cuss and pull your hair out, drive you nuts. They complain about everything. They're nitpicky, And when you say, "Oh my gosh, C customer, you keep buying from me. I love that you keep buying from me. Please tell everybody you know about why you love me so much." And what you're about to do is begin the downward spiral for your business trajectory. You see what I did there, Kate? I used our podcast name.
Oh my gosh, you're so clever.
Oh,
That was amazing.
We this whole 30-minute conversation led up to that moment. But what happens is,
and now we're done. Drop the mic.
Gonna get worse from here, I promise. No, but as I stumble over my words and try to figure out what I was talking about, what happens is you're about to enter the downward spiral. And the downward spiral is when you're about to attract more of the customers you don't want. And those customers are going to attract more of the same customer, and they're going to reject and repel the ones that you actually want to keep. And so it's very important for today's business owner to be hyper aware of that thing that I call magnetic marketing, which both attracts and repels. You got to make sure you're attracting the people that you want and repelling the people that you don't. And you know who does that well?
Who does that well?
Slash Fitness, of course.
Yeah, they do.
And they do it through culture. They do it through community.
Hey, thanks for listening. If we could, we'd reach over and give you a big hug. But since we can't, before you go, can we ask you a favor? In order for us to create shows you can't wait to listen to, we need your feedback. So please head over to iTunes and leave us a review. It'll only take a minute, but it will mean the world to us, especially if you decide to give us 5 stars. And if you really loved it, take a screenshot, share it on your favorite social media sites, and invite your friends to join the party. Until next time, get trajected.
Kate, how many exclamation points did you use this week?
Kyle, I told you that I am limiting my exclamation points, and I meant to text you back because
I want a number.
What?
I want a number. How many exclamation points?
Do you think I count the exclamation points I use? I do not. I am just limiting them. See, and I'm eliminating words out of my vocabulary. One that I almost just said, and two, I got a text message from a friend of mine, and guess what one of the words was? Little, and I got offended.
We don't do things little here, Kate.
Oh my gosh.
We don't do anything little.
I was cracking up, but you used an exclamation point when you texted me back yesterday.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about whatever it was.
I was pretty excited to get that. Like, it really meant something. Knowing how much you don't like when people use them.
But if you had to guess, how many exclamation points do you think you used this week?
Just this week?
Well, like in the last 7 days.
I have to tell you, I don't use them that many anymore. I'm thinking about the emails.
What did it used to be?
Oh. So many. If I counted emails, text, like articles or writing of any kind, I mean,
what are we talking here?
Hundreds. I mean, it's just like five in a row, 6 in a row, like just too many. I mean, does it count if it was like a draft of something and then I kind of got rid of it? I mean, then it would be a lot. It would be many. But that doesn't happen anymore. I haven't done that in a really long time.
Do you have fewer friends since you stopped using so many exclamation points?
Have what?
Do you have fewer friends? Yeah, like, is your life worse?
I wonder.
Or better or same?
I wonder if anybody notices that I don't use them as often. Even when I text people, I use emojis. My new form of exclamation points is emoji.
Yeah, I noticed that. We'll talk about that later.